Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. LSU quick to the line. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, they're after him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double team high and low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Man, I love the way this defense just started this football game. You gave up some yards, but who cares? Great job adjusting, getting the fourth down stop, now creating some momentum for your offense.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Street. The short hands, it's Miles. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Looking to scramble. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5.
Right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs. Get that first down right now.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Power football with the run. There he goes. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really jumpstart a drive.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. At the 40, there he goes. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
I tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
To the air, it's Street. That's caught. It's Douglas.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
To the air on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to take off. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his...
To the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. LSU right back to the line. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Looking for room. It's Villa. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Fires left. Makes the grab. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it. It's Villa. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 7 over Michigan. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Street. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab in his room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the right. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, and giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of the rush.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station, and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Scanning the field. It's Street. Takes the easy completion. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Ben. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Trying to bowl his way in. And he roars into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got him downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. LSU quick to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working that left side now. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone. Drag down at the 18-yard line. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get the third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Street. Now improvising. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Got it in the middle. It's Miles. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Street. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Just keep slinging it. Caught in the backfield, it's Douglas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Using his legs, it's Ben. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. The grab behind the line, it's Demania. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
LSU right back to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Slips away. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Back to throw, it's Street. Makes the catch. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's one-on-one. Stop the run first.
Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
But coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind.
Lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Street. Here's a heap. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Douglas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Texas A&M going quickly.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. And he makes the catch inside the 10. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown. He's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just...
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been...
There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. LSU quick to the line.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And that ball's incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. That penalty is the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great.
Breaks into the open. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown LSU. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these two-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Touchdown, Aggie. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Spits it out to the back. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll return it. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The give to the lone running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground with the back. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the fourth quarter. Now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver and the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the ball.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Got his man on the right. And tackled there by the defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. This time he's got it. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Aggie. They move on top here in the fourth.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Man, that was exhilarating. Incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this. But in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best player.